a huge change, but one I'm totally thrilled to make. Like, I can't wait until we're in the same place. I'm excited for all the little moments, like our element in the morning, dinner after work, all the things that we've missed with the distance that have been so hard. That like the normal things that you take for granted.
Yeah, I'm like, I just
You know?
want normal life.
Like the basic things, like having one of your gluten-free muffins. Like, why can't I have one?
Sapphics and allies, you're listening to Queer Women Rising. That's women with an X because we are inclusive here. When we hear the stories of queer women who have gone before us, we see evidence that there's nothing we can't do. And yes, we can too. It's time for you to level up in life, in love, and step into your most authentic, abundant reality. You won't be the same after this episode. It's your turn to let go of good for greatness. Your best life is now loading. Let's rise.
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 I am waking up the happiest lesbian this morning. I'm literally breaking out my journal to read it to you. December 18th, 2024. The first line reads, I'm actually living my dream life. And I say that's so cheesy, but for real, I truly feel I'm actually living my dream life. I've never had this much peace and joy in every area of my life, not just in my relationship, but also in my family, in my home life, in every area. And it's taken so long to get here. And if you're queer, then you probably know what it feels like to have felt like there's been things in life that have just been more of a struggle. And to finally feel like you're where you're exactly where you're meant to be is the best feeling in the world. This morning, I woke up in my housewife era, which I'm joking. I would never actually do that. Like housewife era to go run a business, but woke up and made the most delicious banana nut muffins, gluten-free, of course, because if you are queer, you know you have gut issues. It's just a thing. And my future wife is about to move here. I cannot wait. We're not giving it an exact day because she's going to come as soon as she can after Christmas. But before the new year or on the new year, she will be here and I cannot wait. So I am truly living the dream life. And I want to call her up and have a little pre-lesbian U-Haul moving in conversation and share that with you all. If you are listening on the podcast, what's up? If you ever want to hear these conversations live, you want to join me on Instagram, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time on Wednesdays, where I go live with different incredible queer women from around the world and talk about all the love. Today's love story is mine, and I'm so excited about that. Okay, so let's call up my girlfriend.
Hello.
Hello. I miss you so much. It's only been a week of being apart, and I miss you.
I know. It has literally been like 7 days, and I'm going crazy.
Crazy. What does going crazy feel like for you?
Oh my gosh, like seriously, all I can think about is getting there to be with you the next time every day.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
and so
Literally climbing the walls of my office.
Mhm. And soon you'll be here, and we've been talking about being together for 7 months and building a life together for 7 months, and now we're actually doing it. So how does it feel to be moving? I think it's like 2,000 miles to be together. Does that feel crazy?
It does. It feels so surreal, but like it's just a huge change, but one I'm totally thrilled to make. Like, I can't wait until we're in the same place. I'm excited for all the little moments, like our element in the morning, dinner after work, all the things that we've missed with the distance that have been so hard. That like the normal things that you take for granted.
Yeah, I'm like, I just
No,
want normal life.
like the basic things, like having one of your gluten-free muffins. Like, why can't I have one?
They're
It's
so good,
ridiculous.
actually. I think I'm gonna go through this whole plate on my own by the end of
I think you are too.
They're so good. Okay. What is your favorite muffin, by the way, so I can learn how to make that?
You know what? I'm not even a muffin person. I only like the tops of muffins, and then I always throw away the bottom. I don't like that part. I like it to be like a little bit crispy. That's it. But
Okay, you can eat all
I
my muffin
know,
tops, baby.
if you made it, I'd be like, this is so delicious, and I wouldn't say anything about it, and I'd eat the whole thing and
Mm,
just suffer through the bottom.
Suffer. Damn. Okay.
But I mean, if I had to have one, like if I just like pick up one, um, it depends, but like a good chocolate chip muffin just
Okay.
cures that sweet tooth perfectly.
I like chocolate, but I like them in my banana nut muffins.
Hmm. I love banana nut or like a carrot muffin, yum, which sounds really weird, but I love that.
No, I mean, carrot's
No,
okay, but it's not my favorite
no,
thing. No, not
no,
it for me.
it's okay.
Okay, what's your biggest fear about making such a big move and literally moving across
Oh,
the world?
well, I mean, leaving a whole entire family does it, right? Starting over in a new place, um, leaving my friends. Oh my gosh, like my friends I hold so close and so dear. And I can't even imagine not just being able to hang out whenever we want to, but I think it's good because it's putting me in a place of like, okay, we'll have these like maybe we'll do like Zoom nights and have a glass of wine and all talk and have those kind of fun things. So it's fine, and their fears are the same about that. And I'm like, don't worry, we'll actually probably talk a lot more than we do now.
Do you think
So
we'll like all go on trips together?
yeah, we'll go on. Yeah, exactly. It'll be fun. Like they're already talking about like meeting in Nashville, stuff like that. So all the fun things. I think I'll just be super intentional about that, but I'm sad about leaving that and the kids obviously, but I'll just find better ways of doing things.
I don't know, and I can never know what it's like to be a mom, even though your kids are like old enough to be out of the house,
Wrong.
all that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what it would be like to leave kids. Like, I can't imagine. And I feel very loved, and I appreciate this
Yeah.
making.
And you and I have talked so much about this. Like your encouragement through it has helped me view it as an opportunity for growth and everything too, like just in my own growth and theirs, like the children, of course, who
Oh,
aren't children, they're grown men, but gives, we both know that they need this just as much as I do.
yeah. Sure, it will be good because you're such a good mom, and you're like I know you're gonna be the kind of future wifey for me that's always wanting to make me dinner and things, but I think that's lovely, and I'm so excited for that, like spoiling.
Mhm.
But I think like it's different when it's your kids, like they have to have those moments where they don't have someone to cook them dinner to learn
Yeah,
to do life on their own.
exactly. Yeah, but it's good. They'll figure it out. It'll be for the best for everybody.
They will. I know they will.
Did you want me to ask you any questions?
Yeah, baby. Ask me anything.
Because you just asked me, but how does it feel for you to have me
To move.
moving 2,000 miles? It's independent OCD woman like you.
I know.
What are we gonna do with that flower dust?
I've okay, the flower dust
Yeah, you
is
should tell the story.
yeah. The other day when she was here, we were like cleaning something, and I was like wiping the counter, and she actually took her hand and just swooped the counter and flecked whatever was on the counter. I think it was crumbs. She says it was flour dust. We never baked, so there was no flour dust. She sucked it
It was from the pizza.
oh yeah, from the pizza. So
Calling
sucked
me
it
out
onto the
here.
ground, and I was like, I'm OCD. We cannot sweep the flour dust or the crumbs on the ground.
You're making it
I'm-
sound so much better than it was. It was actually like if I didn't leave the room, it was gonna be a takedown. Like you would have just like hosed me down in that moment.
I know it was just funny because I was just like, did you really just like dust it on the ground? I'm like, okay, if you're listening, are you a crumb duster or are you a paper towel
It
with some
wasn't even
Windex?
visible. It wasn't even visible. It was like invisible dust that wasn't even on the counter. It was on my hands, like from like whatever. And I just like, and you just like dust your hands because you've got something on it, and you were not even happy about that.
I am
But
OCD. And so back to
you
your
are.
question, how will it be
Yes.
living with someone when you're OCD? Honestly, I don't know. I have not lived with someone in 3 years. So
Mhm.
that's crazy. I do know that we are the best communicators ever. So
Mhm.
I'm not worried about anything being an issue ever. I'm just worried about my brain, my inner OCD parts.
Yeah,
It.
totally. But I think it's okay because I just have that personality that's just fine. Like I'm pretty chill about
You're
most things.
so
So
chill.
like
I'm so anal. It was
yeah, so it works because I'm like, I don't even care. Clean the counter 10,000 times, right? I'll just
also
watch you do it.
Also, yeah, you say that, but like you're also really clean. Like you
Yeah.
are, yeah, I think like we have a lot of the same habits, and I'm pretty sure within a month we will probably end up like hiring someone to help for like the bigger things. So like, yeah, I'm not
Yeah. The deep clean.
the deep clean,
The
yes.
deep clean.
Any other OCD people out there having to figure out what you're going to do with your brain when you know your partner is literally perfect. That's what I'm thinking right now. Like I'm gonna have to get my brain under wraps because you're so lovely and so perfect and so organized in every possible way. I think there's no one like, okay, say I met you and you were as OCD as me, it still wouldn't
Mhm.
work
No.
because then it's just double OCD. It'd be
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
that wouldn't work. I think it works. It's the perfect combination because you like control and I'm in my let go of control era. I was your way for sure at your age, but now I'm just like, okay, I'll watch you. I tell you this all the time. I'll watch you spin your wheels. I'll watch you chase your tail. Like if it do that, it doesn't affect me. I love it.
There's a girl right now on Instagram Live saying, hire me. As in, do you want to, like, you mean like to
Like she
come
wants to do our deep clean.
doing our deep clean? Is that it? If that's true and you live in Lafayette, Louisiana, DM
What
me.
exactly are we hiring for?
Yes. What exactly are we hiring?
Let's get this
There's
clear.
always something between the two of us that we're hiring.
Yeah, totally. It's true. Do you know how to do graphics?
Yes, yes. I did just hire for that though. So let's
Yeah.
oh my
I've
gosh.
got
Yeah.
about 10. Oh my gosh, Sophie, we could just hire here online. I've got about 10 jobs that need to be filled right
What are
now.
the jobs that need to be filled?
Oh my God, lots of things.
You don't have to say the specific company, but just, what's the rule?
Yeah. Sales, brand managing, everything. It feels like I've got just a new thing to do every day that I
Yeah.
try to do. We just talked about this where we I just control doing everything, thinking that I can't delegate it to someone else because they probably can't do it just as much. But I've got my hands in way too many things right now,
Yeah.
and which is how I like it. But it'd be nice to slow down a bit.
I think that would be nice for both of us, except that
Yeah,
I'm definitely not in my housewife era. I'm in my Build Queer Country Club era, which
yeah,
speaking of, for everyone listening who doesn't know yet, the Queer Country Club is my lesbian dating platform. I have a platform that is honestly a relationship platform. It's only for monogamous lesbians like ourselves who are looking for our future wife. I'm talking to mine, but if you haven't met yours yet, I want to invite you to join today, babe. We got a message from a girl who is flying to meet a woman she met in Australia. So she's going from American to Australia and they're so aligned. And so let's send good vibes to them right now. So
Love it.
if we wouldn't have taken the risk to meet super long distance, we've been extremely long distance, we would have never,
Mhm.
ever made it here.
No, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy how people meet generally, and just to know that the people that are like, oh, I could never meet her and I'm not even looking. um, I mean, I wasn't even looking, and look, I found someone 2,000 miles away, feet away. I was gonna say, imagine 2,000 feet, 2,000 miles away. Like, I can't even, it's crazy how that even happened. But
It's totally
if
not.
it can happen to us, it can happen for anybody,
I
you
do
know?
that. I think everyone has someone for them. And
Yeah.
last night we had our live meetup and it was just completely magical. There are women in the room who were in tech, women who are teachers, women who are totally willing to travel if the person they fell in love with couldn't move for their work. Like they were willing to come to them, pretty much like you're coming to
Mhm.
me, which is awesome.
Mhm.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much for coming all this way. Like, okay, you're packing right now.
Um,
You never start,
I
even when
should
you're
be.
going to visit.
You know how I do it. It's like the night before and just I get there. It always works out.
Okay, but this time you have a bit more to pack since you're actually moving.
Yeah, true. So so I'll do it 2 days before.
You better start. Oh my God. Okay. What did you learn about our relationship in the 7 months of being long distance?
Oh. Uh, well, I definitely learned how strong our connection is. Like, whether I ever questioned it, which I didn't, because even like from day one, I was like, I've got such an amazing connection with this girl. Whether it worked out, because it didn't in the beginning. But I knew that, and then that was just kind of like the threshold of the connection that I held on to. Like, unless I have this connection, I'm not even, you know, going to proceed with anyone else. So what I learned with you in the last 7 months is like how strong that connection actually is. It wasn't just based on La La Land or like all the things that we created. That even with 2,000 miles between us, we found so many ways to stay close and to stay connected and to still desire each other and to surprise each other. And we also proved that we handled challenges really, really well, like through our trip in Europe, all the stuff. I mean, it was crazy.
Do you want to name the
Right?
challenges? Because not everyone knows.
In Europe or
Sure.
where?
Just just list them.
I don't even know. There were so many. Like, I mean, relation people, I do believe. Now I think the first things that people should do when they meet each other is travel and put up wallpaper.
Wallpaper. Okay, let's talk about the
Yeah,
wallpaper.
we'll talk about the wallpaper. Um,
Um,
we had such tests and like travel to Europe with two femme girls too, with like suitcases that we've never had the right to do that.
we packed far too much.
And me trying to like do it all, carry it all, and push it all over this cobblestone. Oh my god, it was crazy. Um, Flying through Europe with that much luggage. No elevators in Europe with that much luggage.
Trying to just find a gas station in the middle of the
Um,
countryside in Italy for me to pee in and
yeah, and you
peeing
having to
literally on the
pee every
side of the
10
road.
minutes in Europe. Yes, a whole other thing. There's so many.
Dear
And
God.
then that hotel, the second time in Rome, the hotel. I mean, the room was amazing once we actually got the room that we paid for. But until then, I mean, yeah, it was an experience for sure. But it was fun, and I realized that we mostly just laugh through everything and find the positives, and I love that about us. So that's what I've realized in the past 7 months is that you and I can go through all of the challenges and still just be like, that was so funny and that was so much fun despite all of the adversity that we had during that time. You know, like even the stuff that happened and your parents being in the accident and you having to leave and this us coming back and everything. I'm like, I only have super, super fond memories of that whole time.
Yeah,
Like
I
I'm
was
like,
telling people
I was
how
crazy about you then. Like I loved what we were doing and I loved every moment and I loved even the hard times. So
like when I was having panic attacks after getting the phone call about my parents' accident
yeah,
in
yeah.
Italy, like we didn't have any, it was so stupid because it was a beautiful penthouse, but we had very little hot water. It was just like in Italy.
Mm,
And
yeah, it's this
you
another yeah,
you literally
problem.
filled up kettles for me to have a bath.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. It was like the most loving, crazy. And also that penthouse was huge. You had to walk like a freaking mile from the bathroom
Yeah,
to the kitchen.
it was beautiful. And that night you were like also like and it was like on the 8th floor too, on the very top. You'd like nobody has the stamina to even get to the top of there, but you were convinced that someone was going to like break through the door. So you'd be like you'd wake up and you'd be like, is the door locked? Maybe is the door locked? And I'm like, I locked it. And you're like, could you check again? And I like, I'll check again. And I think I did that 7 times that night.
I had a
Just
psychotic
to
break after
yeah.
getting that phone call.
Can you check? Like, yeah, we'll check. I don't think we slept for 48 hours, but it was fine. Still, again, one of my fondest memories.
You did not.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
when we parted ways, you tell me that you didn't know if we'd ever like see each other again,
Mhm,
which is crazy
mhm.
to me because in my heart, I was so excited about continuing to get to know you, spending the rest of the summer with you. I was already feeling, so there was no way that we wouldn't not see each
Yeah,
other.
I think that that's because I didn't know how you grieve, because this is the first, like, you've even said it, this is like what has been the hardest thing in your life, right?
Yeah.
Like it was, you thought that your parents were dead, all this stuff. We were waiting for the call, even though everybody had said that they were okay, there was still no, you know, you hadn't heard a voice. We did, like you said, you didn't know that if people were just saying this to so that you didn't flip out on your
Yeah,
trip
and
to
two
Italy,
people
right?
were
Yeah,
dead that we
killed. Yeah,
loved.
exactly. So, I know that how I deal with grief, but I don't know that about you. So I didn't know what to expect. And you were so broken up through it. And I think in my history, in my past of like dealing with grief, I've pulled away from people when that people that loved me when I was grieving because I'm like, no, I don't want to burden you. I don't want to put my grief onto you, all those things. So I would pull away and not let the people who loved me come close to me. So I think I projected that onto you with your grief. And I
Mm.
was just like, I don't know, like just with the distance, with everything that had happened and everything, I'm like, I don't know that I'll see her again. So I didn't know that. We we
So,
parted ways and I didn't know that.
I remember like going back to the I guess right out like I walked in to go into the airplane and I'd already kissed you bye, but I remember like backing up again just to go see you one
Mhm.
more time and wave.
Yeah. You had already gone through the to the ticketing thing, like checking out, and that was so sweet.
It makes so happy because I never have to tell you bye like that again ever.
Yeah.
Like 12 days.
That was sweet. That was so sweet.
And so
I
it's
loved it. Anyways, it didn't take long. I think I came to no, we when was the next? Did I come to Louisiana like 2 weeks later and then we went to Rome again like 2 weeks after that. Yeah.
yeah.
So it didn't take long.
Excuse me, you know what I have to do to get this nostril to blow through. I've got to get this up so yeah. It's so bad. I can like only pray that God, I have lipstick all over my Kleenex now. I can only pray that if I do a no surgery, it actually fixes it this time, dear God.
Yeah.
Uh okay.
So what was that question?
I was I did
I
not
learn about our
know.
relationship. Okay, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that.
I guess it's what have you learned about our relationship
Oh, it's
during these 7 months?
there's so much, but I think from being with you compared to any relationship, I've learned that if I actually just pause and self-reflect, there's never a reason to actually get upset or be defensive. Because at the end of the
Mm,
day, we're always going to like respect each other's feelings.
yeah, no,
And
for
that
sure.
took me time to figure out because no one really has in the past. So I've developed this armor that's like, oh, if I think you're not going to agree with me, I'll like
Mhm.
start planning for it. Like, and
I
then,
know. You
yeah,
do that.
yes.
Where I'm like,
And
wait a minute. That's not where I'm headed.
yes. And like,
Yeah.
there's never a reason to be defensive because we'll always go back to really caring. Like, I've learned, like, if I say, like, calmly, like, hey, I do really care about this, like, that's all it ever takes for you
Hmm.
to see my perspective and for me to see your perspective. And that's
Yeah.
just so interesting that it's something that simple, but I never was
Hmm.
able to do that with anybody else.
No, me neither. We've been really good at coming at differences with understanding the way the other person needs to resolve the conflict. Like, I talk to you how I know you like to be talked to, and I know that you do the same to me. You know that I'm not coming at you with the way I do things. I'm like, this is what she needs. This is how she resolves conflict. So let's do it this way. And I know that you do too, and I really appreciate that.
And I love that you notice it. I think it's just like it's not even more work when you realize, hey, your partner just needs to hear this thing to feel like, oh, you're not going anywhere. Oh, you feel heard. If you can
Hmm.
learn what your partner needs to hear, then you say that before you say anything else that has to do with the conflict.
Yeah, that's the thing is it's actually much easier. I think I told you the other day, I'm like, this is the easiest it's ever been. When you like if that's what you need, easy. I can do that, right? I think once we know how the other person resolves conflict, how the other person reacts to things, we've got this set of tools that we never had. I'm like, this is great. You just tell me what you need instead of me having to figure it out. I love that.
But I think that's a
That's
problem.
where,
I think most people aren't self-aware to be able to communicate what they need or what they're even afraid of.
yeah. Well, I mean, even if they're not self-aware, they're scared to be vulnerable, and I love that about us. So we've been okay to be super, super vulnerable.
Yeah.
And I know I needed that to be able to be with someone 100%. Because I've always like I've been with people and never gave them 100% of myself, and obviously that hasn't worked.
Well,
So,
I'm glad it didn't work in the past because now I get that's so lucky.
hmm.
Okay, what are
So
you
yeah.
most excited about living together, about our new home?
Okay, real quick, I need to tell you about WISP, an online healthcare service that is for the girls, gays, theys, and me. In fact, for 3 years, they have been a part of my daily regimen. I know many of you listening long to create beautiful, women loving women relationships. And that, my dears, begins with excellent kitty care. Like, no offense, I don't know about you, but I personally don't want to be at a kitty cat cafe, if you know what I mean, that doesn't provide the freshest dessert for me to lick. So do unto others as you'd have them do unto you, and keep your kitty cat cafe fresh. With WISP, everything from the consult to receiving meds is done from the comfort of your phone, and the company is proud of being inclusive, cost effective, and accessible for everyone. WISP believes that you know your body better than anyone else, which means no more urgent care visits for issues such as UTIs, yeast infections, or STI treatment. You can save so much time not going to in-person appointments or waiting in line at pharmacies. The free shipping will save you so much time. Or same-day pharmacy pickup can have you feeling better faster. Before WISP, I was prone to getting BV, but my kitty pH balance stays perfect. Chef's kiss now that I am on a consistent probiotic regimen. Ladies, this is so important. Personally, I subscribe monthly to Wisp Probiotics, Sexy Time Lube, and OMG Cream. It's like female Viagra. I also get D-mannose and boric acid vaginal suppositories as needed, so I'm prepared if something starts to fill off down there. Also, if you're about to meet a new partner from my lesbian dating platform, you definitely want to be tested before sleeping with someone new. You can order discreet online testing from your bed before you jump into bed. Go to the link in the show notes to learn more, or go to hellowisp.com and use my code SOPHIA for 15% off. That's code SOPHIA, SOPHIA, for 15% off all your kitty needs. You're welcome. Okay, back to the show.
I'm excited to like create a space that feels like us, like where it's not just mine and it's not just yours and all that stuff that we've kind of collaborated together to have a space that we love.
Little
Um,
sausage.
mhm. I can't wait to like cook for you in the kitchen, decorate together,
Me too.
and just make it such a place where we feel so happy and peaceful. I
Yeah.
always envision, like I tell you this all the time, like I just like turning a corner and seeing you there, like the basics. That's what I'm excited about for a new home. It's just seeing you in every angle.
Oh, babe.
Yeah.
I'm most excited to be able to curl up on the couch with you at any point.
Yeah. I can't wait for that.
And we
too.
have this really, really, really pretty couch that's coming in. Do you finalize the pick or not yet?
There's just some details, but I'll tell you that on the thing. But yes, it's
Okay.
pretty much finalized. I'm just waiting to find out if they've got it the angle that we need it, the right or the left facing.
Ah, okay, okay.
Yeah.
We've been looking for couches for like 2 months now. So
Oh my gosh, I feel like that's all I spend my day on is furniture now.
it really is because I don't want to make the decisions. Like I just am like, no, you do it.
You know, you've been no help.
Like I just
You're
know what
just
I
like, I'll do
don't
whatever
like.
you like.
Yeah, I just know what I don't like.
And I take my decorating really seriously, so this isn't just putting a home together. This is serious. Like anyone who knows me knows that this is serious.
You're gonna hire
Home design
someone.
and fashion and anything is like my thing.
Yeah, your fashion sense is 20 out of 10.
Thank you.
But you said yesterday that we might hire a designer, so
Yeah, because I'm having a hard time finding any furniture in your area.
yeah.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
got like 2 good places to look for furniture, and that's it. There's one more place
Yeah.
that everyone's telling me to take you to, and I think it's called Alvarito's or something like that here. So we gotta
Mm,
let me come on. Let's go to social, have brunch, and then go there.
yeah. Okay, sounds good. Perfect date.
Perfect. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
What else?
ooh, what else? Decorating this wallpaper behind me. Yeah. What was it like putting that up, babe? Was it a
Oh
bonding
my
experience
God.
or a test of a lifetime?
There were definitely moments where I questioned our decision to do it ourselves
But we had to because it was
and questioned why. Yeah, I couldn't even get, and then also halfway through questioned why wallpaper was ever even invented.
Yes.
This is crazy. We're just custom paint. Maybe we'll just custom paint rainbows on your wall.
I thought about that
That's kind of fun.
yesterday. So the company is called Love versus Design and highly recommend their customer service has been amazing throughout this process because I really effed up the wall. See, I take full responsibility for effing up the wall, baby.
I don't know. We were pretty amazing at doing it. I think. I think it's a combination of like whoever invented peel and stick wallpaper,
Yeah.
they should be fired.
So this company has like 3 different kinds you can get, like the cheapest peel and stick, the traditional wallpaper. I forgot what that's actually called. I don't know. And then also like the textured peel and stick wallpaper. And if you guys are watching on Instagram Live, you can see I custom ordered this with my brand red being at the top of the rainbow, having a little bit darker of a red in the background that goes with my skin tone, and then having like all these different deeper toned oranges, greens, blues, all the colors of the rainbow, but like my own custom colors chosen and then printed. And it was not cheap. And then we tried to put it up, and the ceilings are pretty high in here for just being office. And it required a ladder, it required all kinds of glue. We got a comment from Harvey's of Newberry that says, the fact you haven't broken up over putting up the wallpaper.
I know.
It was
We
great.
didn't. It was so good. We were just talking about that last night. You remember when like I was cutting the bottom part and it just cut like a straight line through the like the a whole chunk of the wallpaper was cut out. And you were like, "Oh, baby, that's okay," you know, because I was like, "Oops." You were like, "It's okay. We'll just do this," and you like totally rigged something under it that looked so janky, but we were just.
Like, it's okay, baby.
I could tell that you wanted because you're so OCD. So in that moment, I knew that you were just dying inside, but you didn't want to be like, "How could you do that? You ruined my wallpaper."
No, because I
You
love
were
you.
so sweet. Yeah. So we were like, I mean, we were so good at it. We laughed at our mistakes. We cheered when we got it right. Like so many times, we're like, "Oh my God, we're so good. This is amazing." And like, oh my gosh, remember like my arms were gonna fall off, your neck was falling off. You were
My
just
neck, truly putting up wallpaper, if you're gonna do it yourself, don't expect to save money because you're gonna spend a lot of money on a massage after
yeah.
probably like 3. So anyway, this company thankfully sent
Oh
me
yeah.
another piece of it, like all custom again, but it's like a reprint that is of just traditional wallpaper, and then we're gonna hire someone to come put it up. So there's that.
Mhm.
Because
I
we're
don't even want to know what the wall looks like under that though. We were like, we used like we went and bought glue and then just tape.
it's gonna be rough when we take that down. We're just gonna laugh about it. We're just gonna laugh about it. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah,
It'll be
we're
fine.
gonna we're gonna have to laugh.
I'm gonna call
Um,
Wallpaper Girl. If you guys know people who do wallpaper in Lafayette, Louisiana, tag them. But I think I have like
yeah,
one I know.
save us.
Save us. Save our whole relationship. Thank you. Oh God.
Oh my God, we also mounted like 1,000-pound TV together, 10 feet up in the air.
Yes, that was really challenging too. Also because we didn't know
Uh,
how to get the electricity to get to where we needed it to be behind the TV. Like it was
yeah,
just a complex situation.
yeah,
Two
we
fans,
did so good,
one
and not
broken
even
power
one
grid.
argument, not even one impatient moment. Actually, we were so good.
No, not at all. Like
Yeah, those
that's
kind
the
of things
thing.
just remind me how connected we are and how patient I truly am.
No.
And you are too. Your patience, like I think as long as I'm patient, you follow suit, I can tell, you
Yes.
know? Like, because
You
then you're,
think,
because so many times I've said to you, like, whenever we've like gotten a disagreement or something, I'm like, just please be patient with me. And then you just soften in that moment and you're like, you're right, because you're so patient with me.
yeah,
So I will be patient with you because you recognize how much grace I give.
yeah.
So when I ask for patience, you're so kind in giving it to me.
But that's it goes the other way too. Like if I say,
Yeah.
hey, give me grace for this thing, like I've been through this thing, so it makes me
Hmm.
like I get these fears or whatever, you always
Hmm.
step back and really appreciate and give me that space.
Hmm.
What's it like being
Totally.
behind the scenes and not showing your face on social media? Because everyone's like, why isn't your girlfriend show her face on social media? When are we gonna get to see?
Right. Well, we chose that from day one, so that's just kind of how it has been. But I'm it's a introvert's dream to have it this way, where it's like I love getting to see you do your work for sure. Because in my job and in my life, I'm so cerebral. Like everything, as you know, is just all like is just from my brain. My creative side, I love my creative side, and I think that that comes out in like my fashion or home design or things like that. Music, stuff like that. But with work, I'm so cerebral and I just have to be kind of like always on with my brain and like make the right move that way. So I love to see how you work and how creative you are. And I think staying mysterious adds a little bit of pressure still in the sense of like it's got to, it still has to be a certain way. There's still a brand for you and all that stuff, but it's exciting to be a part of it for sure. And my friend, I think I told you, and she said a few weeks ago, it was so sweet. She said that she loves watching your socials because then she knows all the things that I'm up to. And she's like, and she always says, you would never, ever do this for anyone. And so she loved it. And she said that she can tell that I like being a part of it. And so I always think that that's so sweet. I think that the people who know me best, that they know that they're like, oh my gosh, you can't even, put a, like, so your listeners know I'm not even public, like on my own stuff. I
Don't
don't
even
post
do
anywhere.
Facebook and shit. Like you don't.
No, yeah, there's no posts anywhere, and friends know that too. Like most of my friends aren't even posters. Nobody, they'll like post a picture of like their dog or something like that, but never, not selfie people, not anything like that. It must be a generational thing, maybe. I don't know,
Yeah, we
but
are 17 years apart.
yeah, but they definitely know most that I don't do that. So I think it's fun for them to see the things that I'm a part of. uh, Definitely a part of. That's fun for them.
It's like a little
So
mysterious. It's funny because you're the one who suggested recording a podcast with me today. It wasn't even my idea. I think you're starting to
yeah,
like
I'll always come through when you need me.
so sweet.
So
Yeah, I
yeah.
have had podcast guests scheduled, and then lately I've been getting some cancellations. I think it's just a holiday thing too. But it's so
Mhm.
sweet because I literally message you, you're running your business, and in the middle of the day, you're like, it's okay. I'll take the guest spot. I'll come and go live with you. And I'm just like, oh my God, like what? So incredible.
Because I know how important it is to you that when someone does cancel, it kind of like changes. I know what you do to prepare to get these things done.
Yeah.
This isn't just a wing it thing. You really do prepare. Everything that you do, you put 1,000% into doing it. So I know that, and I know how your brain works, and you've got a planned schedule.
I do. I've got always some hour by hour, baby. We've got
Yeah,
something scheduled to
it's
do.
legit.
Okay, we've got a
So,
question from someone
okay.
for you. Okay, Maria, can you complete the question? Because all I see so far is the question for your girlfriend, Sophia. What do you think helped? Okay, she's driving. Don't text and drive, girl. Send in the question, pull over. After you pull over, we'll wait for you. I definitely want to hear your question. She will ask. I will ask her. Sorry, I'm like, what do I say right now?
We answer everything.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we do answer everything. It's so weird because I think with you being a mystery, it's so interesting because we're a complete open book, yet there are things that are just for us. And like, it's not a
Mhm.
lot of things, but there are things that are just for us. And like, no one will ever see certain things. I think people don't get to see like certain sides of us. Like, it seems very playful and whatnot, but there are like, we do life and business together, even though we don't work with each other. We're
Mhm.
we're very much like mastermind alliance, as
Yeah,
we call
no,
it.
totally. Probably 60% of our conversation is about business and strategy.
Yes. And what
Yeah.
we do is so different for me, but it's so fun. Which, by the way, guys, I am opening up the Profitable Personal Brand Coaching Program to 3 more clients, only for a short term. And this may be the last time I ever offer it because the lesbian dating platform, Queer Country Club, has taken off so much. But I've got spaces through, as of now, April, that we have 3 spots open if you've wanted to build your brand, if you've thought about working with me. This is potentially the last time I open the doors to this program. And you can just send me the keyword strategy and I'll be happy to talk with you. If that conversation goes well, my right-hand girl will actually interview you to see if we're a great fit and see if what your goals are for your business actually makes sense to work with me and if I can actually really help you. And then you'd be a part of an incredible queer community. About 90% of my clients for social media strategy and business are lesbians. It's a great place to be. So if that sounds like something you've been interested in, you've been wanting to do something different in your life, and you know, if nothing changes, nothing changes. You want to do better in 2025 with your business and your brand online, DM me strategy. Okay, still waiting on our friends' questions here. Hey, Anne Marie, how are you? I miss you. Can you believe it? 12 days. I don't have to even like look at you on a camera.
I know, but I'm gonna miss those days too.
I know, it'll be like nostalgia.
I'm gonna miss missing you.
You said that yesterday, and then you were like, no,
No,
while you go poop.
I do. You're gone for so long that it feels like a long distance relationship.
Baby. Call me. Okay. Maria says, what does she think helped her to be here with you? Like being here, living with me, and it's not so out of her box.
Oh, it's all out of my box for sure. I'm coming from a city, a walkable city, um, a place that, like, you don't even need to drive if you don't want to. Um, every convenience is so close by. There's furniture stores, lots of them. Things to go there to, like, Lafayette, Louisiana, is I tell her this all the time because she's like, why do you want to do that? And I'm like, well, I don't want to, but I want to be wherever you are. And that's all that matters. And we'll figure out the rest.
We will.
I love it there because I love you. That's why.
I think you genuinely like the area I live, though. Like you can hang.
Yes. Yeah, I do. If you made me live anywhere outside of that area, you'd be coming here. There's no way.
Yeah.
Like, I can live in that area. That area I love.
Okay. Yeah, because my area is a little bit walkable and
Yeah, exactly.
the neighborhood.
We can walk in heels to dinner.
You
We
and your
wanted to.
heels. You'll have to pull me in a red wagon if I wear heels.
You know I would.
You would, or for my birthday, I want a golf cart. So,
Yes, I know.
what color is it going to be?
You said you want a red one.
I think red, but then I also think pink would be cute. Like there comes the lesbians in their pink golf cart.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. This is where our personalities are so different. You're like wanting to, that's where, yeah, that's exactly where you're like wanting to be seen, wanting all that stuff, and then there's me. That's what I said to you last night.
I'm
Isn't
like
it so funny that
flamboyantly
we're
gay.
we're so alike and we're so connected in so many ways, but like I could never do your job and you could never do mine because
Never.
your job requires this like extrovert stuff and your life actually does. What people see here is who you are on those streets too.
I don't know. I think I can be a more subdued version on the streets, baby.
Yeah, you can, thank God. In the times that you need to be, you are, but you're still an extrovert.
She
And
said,
I'm an
thank
introvert.
God. Okay. Nita says, while it seems you're nowhere near this, we'd still love to know. Have you discussed the topic of bed death? Oh, okay. Lesbian bed death,
Oh,
especially
lesbian
when
bed death.
living together. And how will you navigate it? That is a really good question. We have talked about
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, we have, for sure.
You want to go first?
Um, mm, no, I think we've both have said, I mean, I've been out for almost 30 years now. And I've been in relationships, I lived with many people. So I'm aware of how this can happen, and I'm aware of my part in it, in the relationships that I've been in, where I've just like let life get in the way, or children. I mean, once you have children, forget it. Right? There's no sex. It's just not happening.
Babe.
um yeah, life, business, children, all those things. So I recognize that my part has been like not putting in the effort when my partner was trying to, and not picking up the cues and just choosing myself. And we have talked about this, where we're just like, no, this is a priority. Like, and if it feels like it's getting too routine, or it's getting that, like, I'm committed to doing the things to make it like spicy, or do whatever. Like,
I'm like,
you know,
I
I
will
think,
try anything twice if it doesn't hurt.
yeah. Yeah, you're
But
really good at that. You're really good at that.
thanks, baby. I'm like very open to always like once a year doing like some sort of intimacy retreat,
Hmm.
like just to go deeper, even if we don't think we need it. Like it would be fun to like just go deeper in
Yeah.
different ways and pick different themes. Beyond
Yeah.
that, I think it's so important. Like we're talking about work-life balance and like, okay, after a certain time, I know we're both really passionate about our work, so I'm sure those conversations will still come up, but just less strategizing conversations after a certain time
Mhm.
of day,
Yeah.
and just making goals for us that don't have to do with our business goals, because we're both so driven.
Mm.
Like goals for us
Yeah, we've
as a
talked about
couple.
that, and like ensuring that the bedroom and the bed is meant for conversations about the bed, right? Like, let's not go to bed and have disagreements. Let's not go to bed and talk about business either. Like, I mean, some of the things, because when we do, it turns us both on.
Only whenever
Give me
we're
a good,
talking about that.
give me a good contract. Yeah.
What contract?
Yeah. Let's talk about a contract.
In bed?
So yeah, no.
We
I
can talk
think,
about this after. I'm confused.
yeah.
But
Keeping the bedroom talk to bedroom talk.
yeah,
Um, Keeping things out of the bedroom that don't belong in the bedroom. Stuff like that. But I think definitely, and I think, we've got a whole other layer here. We have that lesbian bed death thing, but also an age gap relationship of 17 years, where you're 32, and just gearing into like your sexual stage and all that stuff, and someone who is older like me is like, okay, we've been there, done that. It's you can slow down in that era, but of course that is not a problem of mine.
no,
And
not at
sometimes
all.
I actually think it's switched around, where I'm like 32 and you're 49.
Sometimes because depending on
Yeah.
how I feel, but I have been feeling
Yeah.
healthier lately, which is so good.
Yeah, you've been good. But yeah, I think that's not going to be a problem. I think that we're both so self-aware that we recognize that. And I do recognize that even if I'm not in the mood, but you are, that I'm still participating.
Yeah, same. And I also
Yeah.
know that it takes like 2 seconds for you to get me in the
Yeah.
mood, even if I'm not. Half a second.
Whatever.
Okay, half a second. Good question, Nita. So good.
Yeah.
Um, Harvey says, I've always dated women opposite to me. I agree. It's more fun that way. I think that's when we were talking about how I like the extra.
Yeah. Introvert and extrovert. Yeah.
And Anita said no TV in bed. So I
Oh,
always
yeah.
thought this, except that like I enjoy cuddling with you and watching a movie, which always turns into you giving me a massage while we watch a movie, which always
No,
turns
it's
into
like a,
pause the
it's
movie.
just touching. It's just touching.
Just-
It's called cuddling.
It's not though, and
I
you
can't,
know
I
it.
can't help that it turns you on.
So yeah, I don't mind the TV in bed because it doesn't stop us ever. Well, thank y'all for
No,
the
we've
questions.
legit had our best sex while there's a movie on.
Yeah, we
But
still
you're
never got through Pretty Woman. We still have to finish
No,
that.
we've never get through any of them. That's the thing. But I've never had a TV in my bedroom. This is you're the first person that I've been with that does. So I don't know how that's gonna go, but we'll see.
I even imagine like we wouldn't even put it on sometimes, and like I'd be like, "Read to me, Daddy."
Yeah. With an accent.
Yes, Daddy, read to me.
Yeah.
With you.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting turned on.
She does everything on command, guys. Everything.
That's not true.
But as would I. As would I.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I love you.
Okay, well, next time
This is coming to an end.
yeah, it's gonna be in real life. Because you're moving here. Oh my God.
Fun. I'm not shy.
Why are you all shy?
I don't know.
I love you so much. Thank you for doing this with me. As always.
You're welcome.
You're a good sport.
It's fun. Now I've got to get back to work.
Okay, Daddy, go make all that money.
Okay, I love you.
I got to too. I gotta go get new
Yeah.
awarded in Queer Country Club. And like I said, today we had someone from Australia meet someone in America. They're already meeting. I gotta go see what else is happening in there. If you are listening to the podcast and you don't have your future wife, join the Queer Country Club, my lesbian dating platform. I like to joke and say it's not a dating platform, it's a relationship platform, because we only accept monogamous women who are truly looking for their life partner. If that's you, you can learn more about the Queer Country Club by going to queercountryclub.com or by sending me a message and just asking whatever question you have about it, or DMing me dating and we'll talk about it. I want to know what you're looking for in a woman. The Queer Country Club is so different because it's not a swiping dating app. It is a community based on values. We offer AI matching with a virtual matchmaker, Sapphic Sophie. It's incredible. She will take all of your preferences and match you with the most ideal match inside of our community. And it's not a free platform. This is not a free dating app that you're going to swipe 1,000 times and never find someone that you actually are interested in. I've taken cream of the crop lesbians from around the world, put them all in one space where you get AI matching, live virtual events where you get to meet women online face to face, and of course, value-based community where you get to know each other and start authentic conversations. I look forward to seeing you inside. If you're an extraordinary lesbian, go to queercountryclub.com and meet your future wife so you can get a little Sapphic cottage and move in with your future wife when you call, just like we're about to do. Oh my God. Your little shy smile. I can't. You realize they cannot hear your shy smile.
Oh my God. Say goodbye.
I love you.
I love you. Bye, baby.
All the people bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. See you next time.
As queer women, that's women with an X, because of course we are inclusive here. As I was saying, as queer women, we haven't always been lifted up or celebrated. We have often felt left out and put down in places that historically haven't welcomed us. In fact, we have been conditioned by society to be grateful for mere tolerance. My resilient LGBTQ+IA community, I am talking to you. I'll bet you've recognized the spark that God put in your heart. Your unique calling to impact the world in only a way that you can. A business idea, a brand to build, a coaching program to start, the art to create, the song to sing, the book to write, that relationship you long to build. But that little light inside your soul has often been blown out by the people around you, leaving you conditioned to play small and not step into your full potential. You are not alone, and it's never too late to truly live your most authentic dream life. I would know. I came out late in life, nearly 30, A couple years ago, after being bullied for months inside a country club, right outside of my weights class, I was assaulted by a bigoted woman who couldn't stand my queerness. She physically pushed me, so I had a meeting with management. I told them I didn't feel safe. I brought forth evidence, and guess what? They did nothing. Sadly, this is normal. But in order to create change, we have to be brave enough to be the change ourselves. So I did a thing. I started my own virtual country club for queer women, a safe place for us to create meaningful connections and grow. So if you're looking for a love connection, networking opportunities, or coaching to live your best freedom life, you want to apply to be a part of our incredible community of purpose-driven, passionate queer women. Join Queer Women Rising, the online queer country club for growth-minded women ready to level up in life and love. To apply, DM me the word rising on Instagram at SophiaSpallino or chat me the word rising on SophiaSpallino.com. Now, beyond hosting Queer Women Rising, I am a personal brand coach and social media strategist. If you give me a moment to tell you about what I do, I can share how I can help you, just like I've helped many clients before get famous online and make more money. If you're an exhausted coach or service provider, ready to scale your business for real, or you're just getting started building your dream brand from scratch, and if you're ready to build your own profitable personal brand, I can show you how in 6 months or less. But why should you take my word for it? Well, I've spent over 10 years in the social media marketing industry, amassing over 400,000 followers across platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube, as well as hosting a top charting podcast, building a successful service provider business, and coaching powerful women to build purpose-driven, profitable personal brands. Yeah, I have the social media and sales process strategies that can help you finally make the money you deserve. Because I want to help you build your dream business that gives you time, freedom, and makes real money. So for a limited time, I'm giving away your first steps to go from less than 5K months and advance to 10 to 20K months. Grab my newly revamped, profitable personal brand blueprint, my proven framework to build yourself a personal brand that motivates, inspires, and sells so that your business can thrive the way it should. Just go to the link in the show notes. Whether you're a novice at creating or you're feeling stuck, hitting a plateau in your business that once had consistent revenue, and need guidance, support, and coaching to get to your next level, I invite you to book a strategy call to speak with either me or my team to see if we'd be the right fit to work with each other inside of the Profitable Personal Brand 6-month coaching program. Mind you, I am extremely selective, and this coaching program is not for everyone, and I'm not afraid to say it. I am only taking on serious, purpose-driven, and committed queer women and allies inside of my community. If that's you, book your free strategy call. The link is in the show notes. And if you feel yourself come alive and love listening to Queer Women Rising, please leave me a 5-star rating with a kind review wherever you listen to podcasts. Be sure to share the show with a powerful woman you know. And remember, when you're called to do something greater in life, love, or business, you will be uncomfortable until you move. So get up and go get what you want. Let's rise.